On Wednesday, July 29th, over 40 people showed up to the Harbor Ridge Clubhouse to organize support for Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders. Hosting the event was Lynn Van Ness.
Well, I started organizing this meeting because I noticed that nobody in Traverse City was holding a meeting. I wanted to sign up to attend one. And the only person who has consistently said for years what I believe is Bernie Sanders.
Also attending the event was Charlie, a member of the political activist program known as Represent Us.
Yeah, we're a national anti-corruption campaign. We believe that the current state of American politics is extremely corrupt. We believe that there's a lot of legal bribery going on. And so we are looking to advance what's called the American Anti-Corruption Act. It's a piece of fully written federal legislation. You can check it out at anticorruptionact.org. And what we're doing is building a grassroots, bottom-up movement. So we know that our legislation is never going to pass nationally in the current state because the people who would be passing it are the people benefiting from the corruption. So we're starting at the city level, we're starting at the county level, and we're pushing municipalities across the country to either write in their own versions of the act, enact citywide laws like what happened in Tallahassee, Florida, in 2014, I believe it was, or pass resolutions in support of a statewide law, like what happened in Princeton, New Jersey. Lansing, Michigan is working on getting their version of the American Anti-Corruption Act, or possibly a resolution, I don't remember which, on the ballot for 2016. So the Michigan campaign is definitely off and running. But after we get enough groundswell support, once we get states behind us, and enough states, then we'll move on to the federal level. The act does three main things. It ends legal bribery, which we view as politicians taking money from the interest groups that they regulate. So for instance, if you're on the Senate Armed Service Committee, you shouldn't be allowed to take money from defense contracting firms. That's, we view that as legalized bribery. It also strengthens, it ends secret money by strengthening the existing FEC laws as well as implementing new political disclosure laws. The third thing it does, the real big thing, and Bernie did bring this up tonight, is it puts in place citizen-funded elections in the form of a biannual $100 tax credit that can go to the candidate or political party of your choice, putting the campaign finance side of politics back into the people's hands and away from the big interest groups and the lobbyists and all that. I absolutely believe Bernie has a chance. I believe we're seeing that in the numerous sold-out rallies that he's been holding throughout the country, even down in deep red states like Louisiana, packing crowds in. I think that the only reason that there is this idea that he can't win is because the media ignores him. The media doesn't like him because, to be perfectly honest, they're about as corrupt as the rest of the politicians. So they don't want to broadcast his message, and anytime he's been in an interview, they try to take him off message. But he's an honest guy. He's probably the only honest statesman that we have in Washington, and I think he's by far and away the best candidate for the presidency. To be perfectly honest, if he doesn't get through the primaries for whatever reason, and I do believe he will, I won't be voting for Hillary. It's Bernie or nothing. I have never voted for a politician beyond the local level in my life. I view both the Democratic side of the House as equally corrupt as the Republican side of the House. I see no difference between them. They're all beholden to their campaign donors. They're all just interested in supporting the people that are giving them money for their campaigns. Bernie is not that. He only is beholden to workers. The only major contributors to his campaign are unions, and those unions are working class people. They are the 99%. When I first got interested in him when Occupy originally supported him, because I'm a big supporter of the Occupy movement. And when I saw that Occupy Wall Street, of all groups, is supporting a political candidate, that perked my interest. And I'd heard about him before, but the more I investigated him, the more I realized he's on message. He's had the same political agenda for 30 years or so. And Like I said earlier, I think he's the only honest politician out there. I do want to definitely point out that Represent Us does not endorse any political candidate. We are here solely to fight corruption. We are a nonpartisan group. Our membership includes roughly equal parts conservative, independent, and liberal. We believe that our issue, this corruption that is inherent in our political system, is the first issue. You can be an environmentalist, you can be a small government guy, you can have any sort of issue you want. It doesn't matter because your voice isn't getting heard. The only way your voice is getting heard is if you have a boatload of money, which the average person does not. So we're here to fight for the first issue, and then once this issue gets resolved, once we bring the political process back to the people where it's supposed to be, then we can go and fight our own causes. Then we can go and fight for the environment, fight for healthcare for all, do all these other things. But first we have to get the money out.
Along with Lynn, Charlie, and the rest of the Traverse City locals, an estimated 100,000 other U.S. citizens from around the nation tuned in to watch Bernie Sanders give his speech.
Tonight really is an historical night, and all of us are part of making history. To the best of our knowledge, there has never been a political online organizing effort this early in a campaign which involved over 100,000 people in 3,500 locations in every state in the United States of America. That's pretty impressive, and I thank you all very much.
If you would like to get involved, go to BernieSanders.com for more information.